David Wygant, 10-minute daily reality check. I got my friend Leo Flowers on the mic.
Yes, sir.
In the house.
In the building.
In the building.
Yeah.
Saturday, we were hanging out.
Yeah.
In Playa Vista, which for those of you who don't know Playa Vista, it's the Truman Show, right?
It's not even real the way these women walk around with the dogs in the Lululemon outfits and, you know, the overweight dads.
Yes.
Right? It's these skinny yoga moms.
Yes.
With weird arms.
Yes, with weird arms.
With the yoga mom arms.
And the yoga mom belly.
The belly.
You know what the belly's from? All the wine they drink.
The wine.
Right, the wine belly.
Yeah, they got the wine belly.
Yes.
And they got that interior pelvic tilt.
Yes.
That's a random observation.
It's a weird tilt.
Right. It's a weird tilt.
It is. I don't get it.
I get it, but I don't like it. It's weak glutes from all the yoga. Yoga is great, ladies, for your mobility, but it doesn't really build up the glutes, your butt muscle. You need to get in the gym.
I know.
Grab some kettlebells.
There's a yoga ass, and the yoga. It's funny because I've dated women.
Yeah.
Who have had great asses.
Yeah.
And then they've gone straight for yoga. And
sad,
sometimes their ass gets a little flat. Depends also, because there are yoga classes where women can build up the ass because those are the really tough, strong, hard yoga classes where they're actually making their ass look really yummy and delicious.
And that's the yoga class that other yogis despise.
Yes.
That's not real yoga.
No, they actually do that at Equinox, the not real yoga, the workout yoga.
For sure. They know what girls want.
Yeah, they know what girls. Girls are coming there for their asses, right?
That's it.
So today we're going to talk about, let's call it The Thing.
The Thing.
All right?
I like that.
We're going to call it The Thing.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are, as men, we're going to expose some stuff to all you women, and you're going to shake your head and maybe get pissed off and angry at us, but then you're also going to realize you do the thing too. The other day I was talking to a friend of mine, and she met a guy, and he had a thing. We call it a thing, the thing, right?
Right.
I said, well, why don't you go out with him? She says, there was this hair in his ear that just was talking to me.
Yeah.
And I said to her, did it look like it wanted to be flossed? She goes, it was just so long, I wanted to pluck it. And I said, well, did you go out with him? She goes, it was the hair in the ear. So the other day, we were hanging out in Playa Vista.
It's like hair in your food.
Yes.
Even though it's one hair, it's probably the cleanest hair. It might even be your hair. The fact that it's in your food, it's an issue.
But then why, like the other day, we were looking at people. Remember there was one woman that walked by us, and we... See, Leo has the same power I have. We can will people over, right?
Right over.
Will them over. Come on over. I'm going to will you over.
Some of them bump into me, but, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I will them too closely over.
Right. We will them over. But why is it when we meet somebody and there's something, a yellow tooth, gray teeth, a nose hair.
The nose hair.
A
speech impediment.
Right.
Poor grammar. Something.
Poor grammar. Lipstick that doesn't really go on the lips.
Yeah.
Right? It almost looks like the crazy grandma lipstick right there. It's missing certain parts, right?
She did it while she was driving.
Right.
While she was turning. Not just driving, but turning and avoiding through traffic, yeah.
Okay, so what is it and what makes us meet somebody and not ask them out because we can't stop focusing in on that one thing. That one fucking thing that drives us nuts. Now, we're not looking for perfection because I've known you for years. You and I are not we're not men looking for perfection, and we don't rip women apart. We really do not sit there and scrutinize women at all. We don't sit there and look at them and just go, oh, yeah, she should work out. No, we don't. But what is it when we're in the man-woman flirtatious zone? Do all of a sudden that fucking yellow tooth just looks like it's in neon colors, right? And women, you do the same thing, okay? What is it, and why do we do this as human beings?
You know what it is? It's, to me, it shows me a lack of attention to detail. Like for someone to go through, let's go back to the hair and the ear thing, right? It's for somebody to go through all the work to groom themselves, to shave, to put on clean clothes, to shower, to to smell goods, and then you leave a hair coming out of your ear. For you to like that girl, for her to brush her teeth, to go to school, to put. I mean, she was nice. She was put together very well, right?
Really well.
Really well. I mean, we both looked at her, right? And for her to kind of, you know what that tooth is? It's like a middle finger. It's kind of like a F you. It's kind of like saying, like, I could take care of that tooth, but I'm not. I'm gonna leave it there. For what? And it's kind of like it's like passive aggressiveness. It's kind of like she's out to, you know what I mean?
If I'm going to meet a man, I can see this. I'm going with your rationalization.
Yeah.
So the man that meets me and likes me is going to love me for my snaggle tooth and all.
Right. And then once they get married, then she cleans it up. She goes, all right, you've passed the snaggle tooth test. It's a test.
Wow.
It could be a test.
So it's the snaggle tooth test.
Yes, the snaggle tooth, yellow tooth test. If you can love me, it's kind of like, you know what it is? It's like the rich guy, it's like the billionaire who picks up a girl on the first date in like a 2001 Chevy Corolla, you know, with no AC, and takes her to get
in the Santa Ana, blowing in like today, right? Yep.
Just blowing in. You have to push start it, right? There's no radio, and takes her to get hot dogs, right? It's to see if does she love me. I just read a story where a prince met a girl in a DC nightclub, right? And didn't tell her that he was a prince. And the whole time they were dating, it was like some Coming to America type thing. And then it wasn't until years later when he proposed and she said yes that he finally told her he was a prince, and now they're married. So I think it's part of it could be one of two things. Either it's a test, or it's like, here's how much I just really don't give a damn.
You know, it's interesting because I have a story like that too. A friend of mine's brother, rich as can be,
right,
did not want a woman in Los Angeles wanting him for the money.
Right.
So he swapped houses.
Yeah.
Literally swapped houses.
Yeah.
Lived in the house that he bought for his brother, and his brother lived in the mansion in Bel Air.
Wow.
Right? Dated a woman for 6 months. Finally decided after 6 months this is the woman he wanted to be with, have a family with, and said, listen, we're going to go to my brother's house tonight. She goes, great, I love your brother. Went to the house, right? The brother looks, and all his bags are packed, and the woman goes, where are you leaving? Brother says, I'm going home. This is your home. He goes, no, it's not. Went to the car, got into the car, and left. He stood there, handed her a key, and said, this is our home. She looked at him, she goes, all right, I'm pissed. And he says, why? He goes, why didn't you trust me? He said, this is Los Angeles. He says, if I showed you this house and showed you everything that I was about, I wouldn't know that you were into me for who I am. She goes, the other house you lived in that you said was your house, is it's a pretty damn nice house too. And then she looks around, she goes, but nothing like this.
Right.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And they've been married, they've been together for 15 years.
There it is.
So, yeah, maybe it's our natural defense system because we've been drilled as a society to think someone has to love me the way that I am. But I agree with you. When it comes down to details, there are things about the way we look, you know, the way we cut our hair, the way we dress, you know, like the guy who walks around, he's wearing his flip-flops and you see his ugly yellow toes, you know, and you can't understand why women don't like them. Right. I agree. There are things that if we're hiding our money or we've been taken advantage of in the past, we put our feet in just a little bit and, you know, we just get people to trust us that way. But you got a fucking yellow tooth or you got ear hairs and you have things that you can literally work on and fix.
Right.
Now, we're not talking cosmetic surgery. Right. We're talking about little things that put yourself together. I think it's also a way that people protect themselves. Like, I don't think it's, actually, I don't think it's just, I want a man to want me for who I am or a woman to want me for who I am. I think it's their way of fucking hiding. It's just like, because they honestly don't believe they can have a great relationship, so they can blame it on the fucking yellow tooth.
Wow. You know, that absolutely makes a lot of sense. It's like women who put on weight. A lot of them, they put on weight to protect themselves. A lot of them don't. You know, for a lot of women who are just not even women, but people who are overweight, because, you know, Dave knows this, but I'm a personal trainer and I was at Equinox. But the psychology to some people who are overweight is because they don't like the attention they get when they're in great shape. Some people can't handle Oh my God, you look amazing. You look great. What have you been doing? What have you been eating? Let me see your abs. Let me see your arms. Some people can't handle that. And for some people, so that's why they keep on an extra 10, 20 pounds. They put on an extra 30. They'll have they'll have that milkshake. They'll eat those burgers because they'd rather be a little overweight than to be the center of attention for how they look. And that's what's fascinating, especially when you and then when you look at people who are like not morbidly, but like Oprah Winfrey. Women who are like overweight in that Oprah Winfrey realm, it's because of sexual abuse. And so it's their way of not getting attention from men so that they can protect themselves so that they don't have to worry about being sexually abused anymore. So there's so many different reasons, right, why somebody might have the snaggle tooth or the ear coming out of their ear. It could be self-sabotage. It could be they don't give a damn. But I realize why it bothers us, right? Consistency. We all love consistency. So, meaning like for you to have a piece of hair coming out of your ear, that is inconsistent with the rest of you, right? The rest of you looks one way, and then you have this little piece of hair coming out that tells me, is the rest of you a lie? Like, which is it? Are you the piece of hair coming out your ear?
Yes.
Or are you the rest of you that's cleaned up? Are you the well, I mean, I don't know how many teeth you have, but are you the 33 clean teeth, or are you that one yellow tooth? Which one are you? That's why we love Starbucks. It's consistent. No matter what Starbucks I go to, it's exactly the same, right? That's why McDonald's works. Consistency. So when we see somebody who has a little something off, like if all her teeth were yellow, that would be better than I have one tooth yellow.
I agree, because then we can get the Crest White strips.
Then we can get the Crest White strip. But for you to have that one tooth, it's like, why did you stop?
It's so true. It's consistency, and it does. It triggers something off in us, because if you think about it, we're just human brands.
Yes.
That's all we are.
Right.
So you and I are human brands.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I consistently go out, we look the same, right? We know who we are. We know how we present ourselves, right? And I wouldn't go out with one yellow tooth. It would bother the shit out of me, because I want to be able, because I know in today's judgmental society, I want to be able to fucking give my best foot forward, my best brand forward, to give me the best opportunity, because I know I'm going to be judged immediately.
Yes.
So I agree. It's a deeper thing, and I think that's what triggers off inside our minds. We think to ourselves, wait a second, this is not congruent, because everything about you is so hot and sexy. Why would you have a yellow tooth?
Why?
And it is. There's something that they're hanging. Well, anyway, we're past the 10-minute daily reality check.
Sir.
Hey, Leo, we're going to bring you back tomorrow, man. Where can people reach you?
Check me out, leoflowers.com. It links to all my social media.
Yeah, and he's all over the place, man, doing comedy all over the world. So he's pretty fucking awesome to hang with and to laugh with. I will see you tomorrow with Leo. We're going to talk tomorrow. We're going to talk about something tomorrow that is far more controversial than the yellow snaggletooth test.
Yeah.
I got something else that we talked about, cover a little bit about the Harvey Weinstein and the Cosby.
Yeah,
you know, and what the real meaning of that is in today's world. Because I think, I hate to fucking say it, you know, but there are lots of women and men that come out during controversy to get what they thought they would have gotten by fucking the person in the first place. We'll talk about that tomorrow.